I just wanted to make a quick video for all the parents of emerging writers in our class. Our little ones who are just learning to hold a writing utensil or writing instrument, and who are just learning to shape their letters. Now, while this is geared specifically toward our little guys, let's be honest, everybody likes these kind of activities. So feel free to use them with your older children, or no one's looking. Play with them yourself if you want to. So one of the first things that a child needs in order to develop handwriting skills is strength of the muscles in those fingers. And one fun little exercise you can do is play the froggy game with them, where they take these two fingers, the index finger and the thumb actually, and pinch them together and draw them in. And really the other fingers need to be open. So you pinch and draw in, pinch and draw in. We do this little froggy. You can sing the froggy song. 5 little froggies sitting in a pond. Whatever you want to do to pinch and build in, that's one strengthening exercise you can do. The other things that you can do for practicing letter formation in fun ways are multitude of other things that you can do. But two of the quickest and easiest ways are what I want to show you right now, because they require very little materials. If you have some kind of tape, some kind of paper, doesn't have to be white paper, but it probably should be a contrasting color to whatever paint you have. If you don't have paint, that's okay too. I'll include a recipe of how to make your own paint. And then for another activity, Play-Doh or clay, and again, if you don't have that at home, I'll include a recipe for how to do that as well. The only other thing you need is a Ziploc bag. It probably shouldn't be much smaller than this, the quart-size bag, but it can be as large as the gallon-size bag. At school, we use the gallon-size bags. So, for the first activity, what you're going to do is tape down your piece of paper. This just gives, of course, a little bit more stability. When we are teaching the kids to write, we do teach them to use their non-writing hand to stabilize the paper and use the other hand to write. So I just pass that along to you as a little tool you might want to use as a parent as well. So I'm just taping the 4 corners of mine. You gauge whether you think you want to tape the whole perimeter of the paper down for your child or just the 4 corners. That's up to you. And the first thing I'm going to do is use the clay or Play-Doh, whatever you want to call it. Don't get it out of the canister for your child. Encourage them to do that themselves, because if you see, I have to use that pinching motion. I've got to use my fingers. I got to dig in there. I'm really working my fingers to get all that Play-Doh out. And so encourage them to do that, and of course encourage them when they have even the smallest bit of success, because that helps them to build up their own internal encouragement mechanism. Okay, so you get the Play-Doh out, and again, you want to encourage this pinching motion. So before you have them roll it into a ball or even a rope, which is where we're going, we're rolling into ropes later, have them pinch. Pinch down the sides. You can have them do this too when you're baking, making cookies or bread or whatever. Have them pinch into a long shape. If you want to, you can even draw a shape on the page and then have them pinch into that shape. Once they've done some pinching, then you can have them start rolling and making a rope. And they can start in the middle and roll to the ends, and start in the middle and roll to the ends. And then they can use this whole piece, if they're making the letter O or whatever. But you can also have them pinch again, pinch off to divide the piece. And so, for example, let's say the letter D. We're going to have them roll. This will be a lowercase d, right? And then they pinch it around. Now, there's some discussion as to whether we want them to start with a C for their letter D and then add the line, or make a complete circle and then add the line. So if your child insists on making the circle and the line, that's okay. Let's let them do that for a while. But if you're teaching and beginning the encouragement, then that curvy cup of the letter C is a great way to have them make the lowercase d. Okay? Of course, they can shape other things besides letters. You can have them do shapes. Then you can have them create things from that shape. So, for example, one of my favorites that I'm probably going to put on Seesaw soon is to make the heart shape. Okay? And then if I make another heart shape, and what I like about this, as you'll see in just a moment, is it gets the children thinking kind of outside the box. So now we've made another heart shape. That's conventional. We've got hearts. Yay. Hearts. Let's think outside the box and realize, if I turn my heart this way, does it remind me of anything? And we do like to use the words remember and remind. So then I take my other heart and turn it this way. Does this remind me of anything? Well, sure, it reminds me, let's see here, it reminds me of a butterfly. So this is a really fun type of activity that you can do with kids. It's a lot of fun. And you can see how you can expand that to all kinds of other shapes as well. So do have fun with clay or Play-Doh, building up that muscle strength. It could even be slime, although you can't really form letters or shapes very well with slime, but you sure can work those hands. Now, with the Ziploc bag and the paint, really simple. You just get some paint. Ooh, a fresh one. How exciting. Get some paint and pour it into your bag. This might want a little bit of water in it, but we're going to try it out like it is first. Press out as much extra air as you can. If you're super cautious, put this bag inside another bag with the Ziploc at the opposite end, okay? But if you like to take a little bit of a chance, put your bag out, smooth it out, and you can see now, I can see I've got a little more air I want to push out. So I move away from where the paint is, push out a little bit more air. The more air I can get out, the better. Now I have a nice colored surface on which we can form letters or shapes. Now, you can tape the corners of the bag down, but I don't really recommend that because so often they will tear. But again, that's your choice, whatever works best for you. And of course, you can do shapes as well. You can start a shape and have your child finish the shape. That's a really good way to begin forming shapes and letters. So, for example, if you were to make a line, what letter will your child create by completing that? So you can say, well, this could be a lowercase l. What happens if we add a line at the top? And you can either model adding a line at the top for your child, or let your child do it and see what letter they create, so that they begin to see the connections between the shapes of the letters. The same as we did with the hearts. They see the connection between the shape of a butterfly and the shape of a heart. So those are a couple of really fun ways to get started with writing activities with your child. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll have some more fun writing ways here in a few weeks or a few days.